Hey y'all, and welcome to another video. My name is Nick, and we talk about gay stuff here. So make sure you smash that subscribe button if you like what you see and you want to hear more. Okay, so welcome back. We are today talking about why the Caribbean culture sort of ostracizes gay folks, is a little bit homophobic, and just overall why Black people in general are a little bit more homophobic than other sets of demographics. This talking to you because I came across this thread here. It says, look, it says, when Black people in America talk about moving abroad, why is the Caribbean rarely mentioned? And I was like, damn, they do have a point. When you really look about American Blacks and when they say they're moving abroad, you never see like Jamaica or, other islands or other places in the Caribbean. You never see that. And then I was like, let me look at this deeper. What are people saying? The number one liked comment, or one of the number one liked comments on this post says, not safe in most Caribbean countries for LGBTQ+. Someone said, I lived in Belize for 3 years, hosted 7 retreats in 3 years, and will always proudly encourage people to consider it as a place to relocate. Jamel Hill, who you may know, says, I think it has to do with money. Rich people have already infiltrated a lot of the Caribbean, so the cost to build a home there or buy is considerably higher. It is considerably cheaper to live in Thailand, Portugal, Ghana, Kenya, etc. There are also concerns about the weather because of hurricanes. I wrote, they don't like the gays. Someone says, the Caribbean is still racist towards Blacks. And someone replied to them, as a Bayesian, I can confirm that self-hate is thriving in Black Caribbean cultures. I don't know, as a Bayesian American, I don't think if I can agree with this. Or the other comment this was a response to. If you could give anyway. It's heavily mentioned in my household, someone says. Hush, let them sleep on the Caribbean. Let's see. Someone also said there's a huge difference between vacationing in the Caribbean and living daily in the Caribbean. Because they're leaving the Caribbean to come here, someone says. It's expensive, hot, and hurricanes. So what is the real reason? Why do Black folks in America not like the Caribbean or not speak of the Caribbean? And is the reason for that they don't like us? And I want to talk about the stigma of the LGBT community within the Caribbean scene, because we all know about that. Y'all, I was at a loss for words. So I asked ChatGPT, what's going on here? Why is the Caribbean culture and anti-LGBT perception a thing? I said, give me 5 points. They said, 1, colonial legacy. Many Caribbean nations inherited anti-sodomy laws from British colonial rule, which are still enforced or culturally upheld in some places. 2nd, religious conservatism. Christian churches, especially evangelical and or Catholic groups, have a strong influence on public morality and often condemn homosexuality. 3, hypermasculinity and gender norms. Cultural expectations of masculinity and rigid gender roles make queerness a direct challenge to traditional Caribbean identity. 4, dancehall and reggae influence. Some popular Caribbean music genres have included anti-gay lyrics, reinforcing stigma and violence toward LGBT community people, which I'm going to continue to get into. This song is another one that I'm going to talk about. Number 5, social stigma and safety. Many LGBTQ plus people in the Caribbean face bullying, job loss, or violence for being out, leading to an underground queer culture in some areas. What do y'all think about those 5 stats or statements? And then there's this song that recently hit the news that's very anti-LGBTQ plus. And people were up in arms about it. So yeah, the song is centered around this new controversy on the resurgence of Chi Chi Man, the 2001 dancehall track by T.O.K. that calls for the burning of gay men. where Chi-Chi man is a derogatory term for gay or effeminate men. May 26, 2025, at a Jamaican Labour Party political event, MP Daryl Vaz reportedly invoked the song, prompting the Equality for All Foundation, formerly J-Flag, to demand a public apology, stating its lyrics explicitly promote violence against LGBTQ+ individuals. This sparked renewed concern that Jamaican politicians are increasingly using homophobic dog whistles during campaigns. Despite TOK officially dropping Chi-Chi Man from performances in 2023, the song remains a loaded symbol of anti-LGBTQ rhetoric in Jamaica. So, that's the thing that just recently happened. Why is this still a topic of conversation? Why are we being so hated on all because we were born this way, honey? Y'all know what to do. Comment below what your thoughts are with this new recent situation and just overall, why people don't fuck with the Caribbean like that, especially Black Americans, and why the LGBTQ+ community doesn't with the Caribbean community either. Because I've heard that a thing. I was like, child, let's go to the Caribbean. People are like, I don't know. I don't want to go to Jamaica. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. I'm only saying Jamaica because y'all don't come for my neck. I know other places in the Caribbean, but I've been to St. Croix. I didn't run into any issues in St. Croix, and maybe that's a safer one. But what's going on there? Why aren't we visiting that area? And what's the issue? Is it the deep-rooted history? Why can't we move past that? Is it the same reason we can't move past it in America? Let's talk about it in the comments. Leaving it open for you. You know what we do here. We have conversation. We have respectful dialogue. So let's do that down in the comments and I'll meet you there. And thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.